So, coming from CNBC, Meta pops 10% as company makes cloud push to sell excess AI compute power capacity. It is so amazing how in June, July 2026, we're hearing about all of these major AI technology companies who all of a sudden have excess GPUs. So one of the things that we've heard, one of the arguments about the AI fraud is that there are no dark GPUs, right? David Sachs came out and argued for this, basically saying that during the internet boom, there was dark fiber. So dark fiber is fiber optic line that is run and then is simply never powered on, never connected. The idea is you run the fiber lines, and then once people want to purchase fiber lines between two particular areas, it has already been run for those people, and so you are able to charge a large price for that pre-run fiber. The problem is if the dot-com bubble goes boom, then all that pre-run fiber that you laid basically just kind of sits there for a long time, literally gets bought pennies on the dollar 5 or 6 years later. And that's kind of how we get the modern internet of today. So that's what we're talking about when we're talking about dark fiber. And so the idea, what we have heard, right, from the visionaries, from the thought leaders in the AI world is there are simply no dark GPUs. And that's why you know this is not an AI fraud. And as I've argued for many months at this point in time, that just doesn't seem to be accurate, right? All the way back in December of 2025, so about 6, 7 months ago, right? Satya Nadella, the CEO of Microsoft, literally stated that they had an issue with enough electricity to be able to power on the data centers that they were building. Literally, he was saying he did not have enough electricity to light up the GPUs. And so if your GPUs aren't lit up, wouldn't that mean they're dark? Wouldn't that mean they're dark? I don't know. Look, I'm just a geek. I am simply a geek in the basement listening to what the fuck people actually say. And then we have this whole disaster right now with SpaceX, right? SpaceX is their stock price went up. It's now above $160 a share. They're like $1.2 trillion right now because they're an AI company. And so what we hear out of SpaceX, right? There was Colossus 1 and Colossus 2. Those are the two major data centers that xAI built. And basically what we heard is, well, all of the inference, all of the AI services have moved over to Colossus 2. And so Colossus 1 is just sitting there with hundreds. And again, when I say this, I am not talking about hundreds of GPUs. Look, I get it. You got a few hundred GPUs sitting there that aren't being used. Fine. You know, they have not been allocated for internal projects. Fine, rent them out. Look, I'm really not that much of a hard ass. You got a couple of thousand GPUs that haven't been allocated for internal projects. I mean, you know, I think you should be looking at how you allocate and how you purchase resources. But again, look, it is the real corporate world. Dumb, but I get it. But what you have to think about with xAI is they are now renting out somewhere on the order of like 340,000 GPUs. 340,000 GPUs were just sitting there, just sitting there, waiting for somebody to use them. I'm like, wait a minute. I thought AI was compute constrained. I thought there were no dark GPUs, right? I thought the only thing holding AI back was there's not enough hardware. And yet SpaceX has hundreds of thousands of GPUs that apparently were in fact just sitting there. And the reason we know they were just sitting there is because Anthropic, I think Anthropic rented something like 220,000 of them. Over 200,000 went to Anthropic. Google came in, they decided to rent, you know, another 100 some odd thousand. And then it's like Revolution AI. Anyways, there's another AI company. They're gonna be renting more GPUs from xAI. You know, xAI is so compute constrained. I mean, really, they cannot possibly rent any more than what? 400,000 GPUs, for if the market needs it. I mean, come on now, let's not be ridiculous. So, anyways, that is what we're seeing, right? Satya Nadella literally states he has GPUs that aren't lit up, which means they're probably dark. Elon Musk comes out with XAI and says, "Hey, look, we have new contracts to rent out these GPUs that we had no more use for." And now we get Meta. Now we get Meta. And Meta's coming in the way Meta always comes in. Elon Musk did it first. I feel like I'm in that weird episode of South Park. Remember, there's Butters. Butters becomes like this evil superhero, and he's trying to go do these dastardly deeds. And then his little buddy keeps saying Simpsons did it first. I feel like every time we see Mark Zuckerberg do anything, it's like Elon Musk did it first. Darn it! And so that's what we have right now with Meta. Meta is apparently going to start renting out the compute capacity that is 100% constrained. And yeah, this is as I've said before. Look, I don't need a specific math. I don't need to know the exact decimal points on what the costs and all that kind of stuff for this AI disaster are. You can just simply look at what's going on and get a pretty good idea that what we are being told is hot fucking garbage. Anyways, so yeah, this is true. Shares of Meta popped 10% on Wednesday following news that the company is building out a new cloud business that could help recoup some of the billions of dollars it's poured into AI infrastructure. Meta will sell its and think about this. I'm not saying this, they're saying this. Excess computing power. So you know how AI is 100% compute constrained? The only thing keeping the AI revolution back is compute constraint. That is all we have heard for 6 months is compute constraint, compute constraint, compute constraint, compute constraint. And yet all these big tech companies seem to have a lot of compute gathering dust, apparently. Meta will sell its excess computing power to outside customers. CNBC's Jim Cramer confirmed the company is debating whether it will offer access to AI models that are hosted on its infrastructure or whether it will sell access to raw computing power. By standing up a cloud business, Meta could generate revenue on the capacity it's not using. Not using. Because, when everything is 100% compute constrained, obviously you just have enough capacity that you can rent it out. A welcome signal for some investors who have been uneasy about the company's spending plans. Mark Zuckerberg first signaled the possibility of a cloud move in the company's Q3 2025 earnings and addressed it again in May during Meta's annual shareholder meeting. Quote, "It's definitely on the table," Zuckerberg told investors, adding that if Meta gets to a point where it has overbuilt AI infrastructure, then it is an option that we have. So apparently, what we're hearing from the actual executives at companies pursuing AI is that they have massively overbuilt AI infrastructure. And this is before all of the data centers get built out that are currently in their initial phases, right? We got the Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful, right? Talking about building a data center twice the size of Manhattan in Utah, with all these other data centers getting built out all over the place. And yeah, you need to build out all of that capacity because there's not nearly enough capacity except for the excess capacity that already exists. So yeah, I don't know. That's where we're at. Like I don't know. If you still believe in this AI disaster at this point in time, I don't know what else I can tell you. I don't know what else I can show you, right? Because that's the thing. Like I understand, right? You get the financials from a company and you dive deep into the financials, and it can get very confusing about what all those numbers actually mean realistically at the end of the day, right? You get hardcore into the technology, it can become difficult to understand exactly what's going on, right? But the thing is, like, if you just sit here and you listen to the executives and you hear the executives on one side talk about why they need so much money and why we need these data centers and all this kind of stuff. And then you look at them on the other side, literally disagreeing with the horse crap that they just said. It kind of shows you where we are in this particular technological revolution. This revolution that we are part of. So, what do you think about this? What do you think about Meta renting out excess compute capacity? What do you think about all of these companies that have enough? Again, in a time period where we hear about everything being compute constrained, and it apparently these companies have more than enough of this infrastructure sitting idle that it's worth their time and energy to try to figure out how to rent it out. That's a big thing to understand, right? In the real business world, when you get in the corporate world, you got hundreds, thousands of employees, millions of dollars on the line. Here's the thing, like many times, it is not worth the effort or the resources to go and try to deploy a product line, right? So basically you sit there and you're like, look, we could sell this excess capacity or we could do X, Y, or Z. But if we do that, we have to have salespeople, we have to have support staff, we have to design the systems to work appropriately. Like currently the systems work for internal use cases. So we need to re-architect the systems to be used in order to be rented out to other services. And the issue is once you start looking into it, whether it's money, whether it's time, whether it's energy, whatever else, it's not worth going down that particular path. Could you rent out your GPUs? Yeah, you could, but it's who the hell cares? That's not our business. We're Meta. We're the humanoid robot business. We're not the AI infrastructure. Again, what does Meta do? I don't know what Meta's doing at this point. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like it's supposed to be like Meta is, hey, we are a communications and advertising business. Renting out AI infrastructure simply isn't what we do. Could we make money at it? Yeah, sure, shit. I guess we could. We could sell shoes too, right? Allbirds, a shoe company, is now getting into AI infrastructure. So maybe Meta, right, a technology company, could get into selling shoes. But why? Why would you get into selling? It's just not worth the time and energy. The same thing is true again if you look at this AI infrastructure. One of the things to really think about here is is it worth their time and energy, right? If AI was in demand the way we are told it's in demand, if the value for it was as valuable as what we've been told, this is one of those things that during a hackathon or during a spitball session, somebody sitting around the table could have gone, hey, you know what? We got some infrastructure. What if we rented out infrastructure? What if we became, an AI AWS? And then you could have people, think about it and then they could debate it. And then they could be like, no, we're not we're not an AI AWS. We're a communications and a fucking advertising. What the fuck? AI AWS. Get away with that shit, right? And that would be the sane response. But no, Meta is now getting into the AI infrastructure business. So Meta is again, and he follows Elon Musk. He so follows Elon Musk like a little fucking puppy dog. So Meta is not a communications business. It's not an advertising business. It's maybe it's an AI business. Maybe it's a humanoid robot business. Maybe it's a predictions market business. I did a video about that. Yeah, they're coming up with something called Arena. They're literally coming up with their own predictions market because that makes sense. Apparently, he was actually thinking about acquiring Kalshi because, you know, and now he's like an AI infrastructure business. You're like, hey, Mark Zuckerberg, yeah, how far are we through your midlife crisis? Look, I get it. Look, I had one back in 2015. I had a midlife crisis, as I've talked about before. My wife had 3 cancers. By the time that all ran its course, we realized we weren't going to have kids. I had a huge house. I had success by many, many metrics. And then all of a sudden, you're not going to have kids. And you're like, what the fuck am I going to do with my life? Like, look, I get the midlife crisis. Mark Zuckerberg, right? No shame in having a midlife crisis. My question is when do you think it's going to be over? When do you think you're going to get to the other side of your midlife crisis and you're just going to go back to being a CEO of the effing company that you're actually running and not whatever the hell this crap is? So, anyways, what do you think about this? What do you think about Meta getting into the AI infrastructure business? AI AWS. Lordy, lordy. What do you think about this? All we have heard is about compute constraint. But now apparently there's a lot of extra compute just hanging around that people can rent. What do you think about all this disaster? Put your thoughts down in the comment section down below. If you like these episodes, do remember they're on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. The link is down below. Also, if you want to follow me on LinkedIn, there's a link down there too. With that, see y'all later.